we have this graph, and we're asked to find the limits. The first one is the limit as x approaches -1. The second one is the limit as x approaches 1. So let's go ahead and take a look at each of these individually. So for question number 1, what we need to do is we need to determine the limit as x approaches -1 of f of x from the left side, and the limit as x approaches -1 from the right side of f of x. So we'll go ahead and we'll look at -1, and we'll say what happens to the function values as we come in towards -1 from the left. Well, those values get closer and closer to a height value of 1. You can think about it like if you were walking along the line, what height value would you have? And so this guy right here is equal to +1. Now as we come in from the other direction, as we approach -1 from the right side, our function values get closer and closer to -2. And since these two function values, or these two limits, the left limit and the right limit, are not the same, they're not equal to one another, we see that the overall limit does not exist. Okay, so let's go ahead. That's it. That's what you've got for this first one. Does not exist. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at the second question. So the second question says, what is the limit as x approaches 1? Well, we need to find two different things. We need to find the limit as x approaches 1 from the left, and the limit as x approaches 1 from the right. And so if we look here, this one first, the limit as we approach 1 from the left side, that is coming in at 1 from this direction. It looks like our height values are getting closer and closer to -1. And over here, as we come in towards 1 from the right side, our values get closer and closer to a height of -1 again. And since these guys are equal to one another, we can say that the overall limit is equal to -1.